What's up, guys? This is Baro, aka Invest Mentor. Thanks for watching your time today, and thanks God again. It's a Friday again. Today is July 9th, another Friday, and in today's live stream, we're gonna check into the U.S. stock queens, Cathie Wood's like ETF, like ARK ETF, like some of her like a major holding, like the top 6 stocks holding of like Cathie Wood's ARK fund to see what's going on for some of the most popular trading investment stocks Cathie Wood is doing right now. And before everything, like once again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, and this channel is created for entertaining and educational purpose only. So please always do your own research and analysis for your own trading and investment, but always remember me when you are making some money, please. So it's just another week. Like we can see today, the US stock market just still kind of like in a fluctuation, in a consolidation after the pullback in the past couple of days, and with the record high earlier on Tuesday and Wednesday. So hopefully you have like enjoyed another week of the US stock record high, especially for like a NASDQ index and S&P 500 just had a breakthrough again on this Wednesday. On the other hand, cryptocurrency and meme stocks have suffered from continuously falling this week due to China further crackdown and the fading investor sentiments, and also the additional UK government crackdown. As the main driver for the stock market record high, all FANG stock, FANG stocks, we're gonna check into that real quick today. Okay. As the main driver for the, especially for the tech stock, the tech sector record high, for NASDAQ record high, all the FANG stocks obviously have enjoyed a sweet week of record high as well. Amazon surged to an epic record high up to $3,760. And Google, the very nice, very beautiful historical chart, especially in recent year, Google also broke through to record high at $2,613. And Apple has been strong as well to test the previous high at $145. While Facebook also jumped to a record high at 358.59 this week. So then, like, let me. Okay. So to this point, those experienced investors should have like been very happy this week to hold. I mean, because like usually the experienced investors will hold all of the FANG stack altogether, right? As the from conservative to the steady strategy, right? But a lot of retail investors may just see them as a bet sometimes instead of like holding all of them, and for long period of time as for the long-term investment. So those experienced investors should have been quite happy to hold all of the FANG stocks this week or the entire second quarter of 2021, as the money printing frenzy seems to boost FANG stocks firmly and consistently all along. That's why these stocks are always the big fans of all the investors in the market, right? Okay, so after the short briefing for the market this week, we actually gonna looking to some of the US stock queen Cathie Wood's major holding, the top 6 holdings of Cathie Wood's ARK ETFs funds have been hot for trading and discussing. So it's definitely interesting and important to pay attention to them from time to time, okay? So let's do it today. Let's see. So Cathie Wood's ARK Invest ETFs are some of the hottest funds after 2020's huge stock market gains. ARK Invest stocks to buy and watch. We can see the list here. There are the major 6 holding of Cathie Wood's or Tesla. It accounts for about like 10% of the ARK Invest funds holding. And Teladoc Health accounts for about like 6%. Square accounts for 4.7%. And Zoom Video was like picked recently to replace SE, accounting for 4.2%. While Coinbase has been the one of the strong belief of Cathie Wood, accounting for 3.5%. Just it's a rise from the previous like 1% or so. And DraftKings accounts for about almost 2% of the ARK funds holding. So I'm not sure if like I think like I mean most of the investors should have the idea that the ARK investment company flagship fund is ARK Innovation ETF with a ticker ARKK. Is also listed in the stock exchange. And the ARKK ETF focuses on companies that have disruptive innovations, potentially has the ability to change the way the world works. ARK Innovation ETF surged more than 150% in 2020 last year, beating the NASDAQ's average returns of 44% last year. So the interesting is that ARK ETF's holding has been disclosed to the public and making many investors to follow and ape the portfolio strategies. So I'm not sure if you are one of those like who have been following the strategy and portfolio management of the ARK Invest fund, but those like stock picks, especially the 6 major stock picks of the ARK investment fund, are definitely worthwhile for you to pay attention and keep following. And we're gonna look into more detail to see why. Okay. So the further question will be how to invest like Cathie Wood, like the US stock queen. We can see that Cathie Wood like to focus on game changers. Okay, the ARKK fund's huge gain in 2020 resulted from big stock success stories in cutting-edge technologies areas like DNA sequencing, robotics, artificial intelligence, energy storage, and the blockchain technology. Disruptive innovation is often not priced correctly by traditional investment strategies because people may not understand how big the ultimate opportunity are going to be. They aren't sizing the opportunity and they aren't analyzing the disruption. This is commented by Cathie Wood on ARK company website. Okay, so Cathie Wood has been long holding her top major stock picks, but having closely reviewing to make instant and irregular adjustment and rebalancing in just some of the details in the past like 1 to 2 years. For as just I mentioned, you can see for the 6 major stock picks, only Zoom Video was replaced by. I mean, only Zoom Video was just like picked to replace the SE in last month, and the other 5 picks are just like remaining there. And okay, So this is like a interesting, important to mention. The six major stock picks has been held for a long time since like even before 2020, with small adjustment and rebalancing along the way. So we can consider them value growth stocks. You may consider in your steady strategy from the three major type of strategy of your trading and investment. And once again, it's always crucial and necessary to include all of the three major type of strategy in your stock trading investment for portfolio management and risk management purpose to I mean in order to quit gambling styles of trading investment. I mean the gambling style of trading investment like sooner or later will just like blow your accounts and make you go broke or bankrupt. Okay, so what's the three major type? But like once again, it's the conservative one, the steady one, and the aggressive. Conservative, steady, and aggressive. Okay. Uh, let's see if we have. Okay. Yeah, sorry for ignoring the chat. So thanks for all of your watching time today. All of your message here. There's a question about like, do you think Tesla is overrated? Yeah, we will see. Like we're going to more details about the fundamentals and technical factors and about the forecast, the upside and downside potential of Tesla just in a minute. And but to answer the question, like Tesla is I mean at least like so far it's never been overvalued, because a lot of people say Tesla is going to be like worth like 3,000 or at least like 1,000 in the near future. Okay, so if I think it's overvalued, I'm either a idiot or a super genius, right? So no, it's never to buy Tesla. So we're gonna we like later on we also gonna look into part of the major top picks of Cathie Wu, ARKK, and we will also look into Tesla and Zoom and all that. So it's never too late to buy Tesla. I've drawn like some of the major trend lines for Tesla here, and but before that, we can see like everyone know the street name about Tesla, right? So, but why Tesla is one of the top ARK investment stock? Tesla stock is one of the top ARK investment stock, okay, with huge 10% weighting in ARKK ETF portfolio. In mid-January, ARK just, un, just unveiled its 2025 price target on Tesla stock of $3,000. Compared to the current price, it's about like 650. It's about like a 5 times like upsides. Okay, so it's fucking crazy, right? Five time upside. While the market cap of Tesla is more than like 600 billion right now, and it's the biggest like EV car manufacturer in the world right now. And Cathie Wu is still gonna grow for over 5 times in the next like 3 to 4 years. So, how do you think? What's your comment and thoughts? Like, please leave your comments and thought for Tesla, um, down below this video in the comments. So we will discuss more, with the comment and thoughts. So Tesla China sales was, I mean, the Tesla China sales were strong in June, while U.S. auto giant also unveiled a cheaper version of its made in China Model Y crossover. The China Passenger Car Association said that Tesla sold 33,000 EV in June. Okay, so by looking at the chart, the price chart from technical standpoint, okay, for short-term trading, we can see that the new base could be forming between 600 and 640, right? But it's just the for the reason for the current like support or base. But it's also possible to keep like a sliding down to test the next support between 500 and 550 around here. And so for short-term trading, it's always good to have the lever switches between support and resistance levels with some major trend lines. Okay, so what I'm doing is, if you see the slope, like downward slope line here, like if the price is like below this downward slope, I would, I mean, for short-term trading strategy, I would just do short. I would do bearish because it might be just fluctuate up and down between triangle here, the range of the is triangle here. But as long as it stays above the downward slope here, it probably has the chance is more to be bullish to go up, right? That's for the technical analysis standpoint for the short term strategies. I mean trading, but in terms of the long term investment, like because we always say, right, for some of the value stock, growth stocks, like it's always to have your allocation for short-term trading as well as for long-term investment. But and as we know, like Tesla is definitely a good target for long-term investment. So don't put all of your capital for short-term trading for Tesla. Okay, that's gonna you're gonna lose everything. So, and I think like there are like a lot of information you can search and check on YouTube for Tesla. And so let's just go into the next one for Teladoc Health. So we can see the project chart here. It just had a huge pullback recently for over 50%. Like Teladoc Health with the ticker TDOC, Teladoc Health provides on-demand healthcare services such as non-emergency doctor appointment online. More doctors and patients are choosing for telemedicine due to COVID-19 pandemic in the past 2 years. And Teladoc is one of the biggest ARK investment stocks with an over 6% portfolio weighing in the ARKK portfolio. Okay, so by looking at the chart, we can see TDOC stock is trading nearly 50% off its 52-week high, but remain the top holding of ARKK Invest, implying a great opportunity to buy the dips, guy. I mean, can you imagine like Cathie Wu has been holding the stocks like since before 2020, but no matter the up and down, like Cathie Wu is still holding that and even adding more position on that. So why? Like she's looking at the long term. So we can see that it just has a like a really high chance to pick up. And if you look at the tiprank.com here real quick, just give me a second. Just take a look in. Right. Right. Just I'm sure you probably have enough time to check uh information on tip.com for Teladoc. And sorry, I just went to the restaurant because I just drank too much coffee in the Friday morning. And everyone drink coffee in the morning, right? So like when you drink too much coffee, you want to pee, right? So sorry about that. And then where was I? Sorry. Into no one's asking for Teladoc because yeah, I think like Teladoc is not as well known as like Tesla and Coinbase and Zoom Video and all that, but Teladoc is also one of the great target. Why? Because we can see that, as just mentioned, it just had a pullback for like 50%, but it's definitely becoming a great target for us to buy the dip. And by the chart from both fundamental and technical standpoints, is awesome to enter now. With you can just set like the short-term trading support at around like 130, as I just drew a line here, 130, and with whatever great upside potential for you to make a call, guys. So you can just like do the calculation. The price currently is around like 160, and if you have the support around like 130, and we just see on tiprank.com the upside potential could be like up to like 300. So do your calculation. The recent return potential could be like more than 5 times, right? To be more than 5 times. So that's the chance. And on tiprank.com, like most of the Wall Street analysts are still rating to buy for Teladoc stocks. So please check into that later on when you have time. And let's go for the next one. Square like has been well known, okay, and popular things like last year as well. That's a digital payment leader as well as a big cryptocurrency investors. Recently, Square disclosed a new 170 million investment in Bitcoin on top of its 50 million purchase in last December. Bitcoin represents 5% of the total company's assets. Despite soaring more than 700% from the coronavirus pandemic bear market low last year in March, Square stock space is still early stage. Let's take a look. You can see that's the historical chart of Square. It just went crazy after the pandemic low last year in March. So on tiprank.com, most of Wall Street analysts are rating buys for Square with short-term upside potential at around like $380. If you set a stop loss support for short-term trading, the risk and return could be from like 1 to 2, could be around like 2 to 3 times as you like. Therefore, it's also a good enough target for both short-term trading and long-term investment, as long as you make wise enough analysis for the entry and exit point. So that's one of the most popularly trading and discussing stocks in the market. But like for me, like personally, like from my 2 cents, I think the risk and return ratio is not that much attractive here from the list of the 6 stocks here. So the next one would be Zoom Video. I think Zoom Video just became like so popular recently, and we can see also thanks for your question, guys. Like you Some of you also ask about like, will Zoom do as well as after pandemic is over? What I think like, in my previous like short videos and the live stream, I was saying like Zoom is definitely a great company because like it's getting to be the top of the video conferencing company right now, and beating most of these competitors, including even like Google's, like Facebook and all that. And obviously there is good management and just like a strong technology breakthrough out there. But the things like um uh I mean, like Google, Facebook, Amazon, all that, and maybe like Coinbase, they're different. They have like a very huge market, and they are really strong in terms of technology and management and the business history and all that. But like for Zoom, the thing is like there is still a chance a lot of competitors can come in, can like have like a M&A to Zoom. So the future for Zoom would be like much more uncertain. I mean, compared to like Google, Facebook, and like Coinbase, Tesla, and all that. So that's why uh, the price potential uh, forecast by forecasted by Wall Street analysts is not that much high here. So we can see, let's take a look. So Zoom Video is a leader in modern enterprise video communication with a cloud platform for video and audio conferencing, chat, and webinar across mobile, desktop, and room systems. After soaring nearly 400% in 2020 because of the pandemic, everyone is sitting at home. I mean, for business, for individual use as well. A lot of people need to use Zoom. That's how Zoom business is like a surge since last year in 2020. The Zoom video stock is up about 19% year to date this year through this Tuesday close. Shares of Zoom stocks are about 31% off their 52-week high. On June 1st, Zoom reported adjusted EPS to $1.3 on sales of almost 1,000 million, beating estimates. Earnings soaring almost like 600%, while sales rocketed almost 200% versus the year ago period. But who knows? I mean, just as a question, just ask like, is he gonna last, or it's gonna be a question. So as you can see on the tiprank.com, like more Wall Street analysts are rating to hold, with short-term upside potential at almost like 500 only. As to the current price at around like $390, with the assumed support at around like $270. You can see the chart here. If we set up the stop loss support at like 270, with the upside potential at like 500, and the current price is about like 380, the recent return ratio is just about like 1-to-1. So overall, it will be a neutral target. It will be just a neutral target to observe along the way. Okay, so I would think that like Zoom, it's not only me, just like based on the statistic and the data and the analysts come in here, like Zoom, I mean, I'm not even sure like how come like Cathie would just like pick out Zoom. Maybe Cathie Wu has some relationship with the shareholder, with the board members or CEO of Zoom, just like he might have the relationship with the Tesla CEO Elon Musk as well, right? How do you think? So as Zoom has been gaining popularity by many investors and users in recent years, it's also interesting to keep a close eye on this stock going forward. And also, Cathie Wu is not stupid, and she just picked this stock into the top 6 of her holding last month. So the next one will be an interesting one, really an exciting one. Sorry, Friday morning, people just feel kind of lazy. and think about like taking a break and rest, weekend, or having some party or something, right? It's always exhausting to go over a whole weekdays, right? So as you can see, that's the what's going on tip rank for Coinbase. So everyone know about Coinbase as well. The biggest cryptocurrency exchange just had its IPO on April 14, pricing at $250 a share. So far, it's pulled back as low as $208, and it's forming the base between 230 and 250 lately. Let's see. This one is really interesting, and please pay attention. Not only like mentioned by me, I mean it's mentioned by Cathie and a lot of like media, mainstream medias and like Reddit and all that. This is going to be crazy. Coinbase. You can see that for a lot of reasons, like because the IPO was just overly promoted at the in the past like 2 months. So that's why the price of the IPO price was a little bit too high, and making it like pulling back all the way after the IPO. And it's obviously just mentioned like forming the support level between like 230 and 250, right? But the thing is, let's go back to see on tiprank.com as well. Much more Wall Street analysts are rating to buy with short-term upside potential at $650. $650. Recent news have been hugely supporting Coinbase promising outlook as well. So do your own calculation. Do your own calculation here, okay? With easy trading setup for the stop loss. The downside risk is pretty limited with pretty insane upside potential here. You can see the risk and return potential can go up to like 10 to 15 times. 10 to 15 times in the next like 3 to 5 years. So this is definitely Coinbase with the ticker COIN is definitely the greatest bet in the list of the 6 stocks here. Okay, that at least that's what I thought. And by the fundamental and technical looks of Coinbase, it's the great target for mid-term investment, at least until the next Bitcoin halving in 2024, which is like about like 3 years later. So I think he's totally it's definitely good to able to buy a bit by a bit going forward for Coinbase. But definitely, as if it's really a base, if it's really a solid support right here at around like 250 to 230, it makes sense to put more weights for the current price level, right? We should like if you want to buy like a bit by a bit in the next couple of years for your long-term investment strategy, but it's definitely good to put more weights right now at the current price level right here. Okay, so please keep in mind and just write your notes for Coinbase. Coinbase, COIN. And besides my short video, just like Google it for all the news, for all the you can check into those like investment research websites, and Cathie Wu has been holding this like since the IPO. And obviously Cathie Wu has lost a lot from Coinbase, and the one just mentions Teladoc Health, but Teladoc Health and Coinbase are definitely the good target to look at. Okay, so like earlier at the beginning we just mentioned the market's like go crazy to have breakthrough to have record high, especially for NASDAQ. But while the six major picks of like Cathie Woods are a little bit like in the dark side in the past couple weeks, but we cannot ignore them. They're going to have the potential to pick up and even like stronger than all of those FANG stocks in the second half of this year probably. Okay, so after Coinbase, let's go into the last one. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, thanks for your question again. Okay, so yeah, thanks for your Zach Donald or who? Donald Harlan? You just say ARK will post losses next year. Why? I mean, tell me more. Cathie ARK will post losses next year. Next year, the second half of this year, right? I mean, do you have any insights? Please leave your insights. If your insights is solely, reliable and constructive, we are going to give away some of the cash gift to you. Okay. And please leave your insight with your email and some of maybe your contact information. We will talk into more detail for sure. Okay. And Terry Davis William, Queen Ford here. Yeah, Queen Ford. Okay. Thanks for your message. Thanks for your comments. Yeah, we'll just like change his comments about Tesla's share will go to 4,000. But some people think that's too much. But no matter 4,000, 3,000, it's just like 650, okay? So it's still like a big, huge room for the upside potential, guys. So, okay. Yeah, Cathie Wu is Girl Buffett. The superstar last year. Okay, so the question is there any stock with great potential that I think is undervalued or underrated? So I mean, we just like focus on the 6 stocks in the list today. Okay, so we just mentioned about like we just talk about like Coinbase. Coinbase is definitely the shit you have to pay attention to. We just mentioned the ARK multiple, the recent return multiple for your I mean mid to long term investment strategy could be more than 10 to 15 times. So I'm not sure if it's good for short-term trading for Coinbase, but it's definitely a good target for your mid to long-term investment in the next couple of years, at least until 2024, the next Bitcoin halving. Once again, okay? So okay. So the next would be DraftKings with the ticker DKNG. And I think like every American should know about DraftKings. That's the online sports platform that allows users to play daily fantasy games and win cash prizes. The company is poised to take advantage of the expanding legislation of digital sport betting across the US. So everyone's gambling in the US. Okay. All right, that's another story, all right? Everyone is like having sex. I mean, everyone is like growing the desire for sex, for gambling, for fucking, for betting. Okay, all the greedy and like evil desire. I mean, I really hope that American and the great country of America can just persist. But is it really good to have all this like evil desire growing though? that's another topic. We can talk about that next time. So as you can see on tiprank.com, also much more Wall Street analysts are rating to buy with short-term upside potential at around $80, with the current price at just around $48. And let's assume the support at around $44. The risk and return is the second greatest on around about like 8 times in the list of the 6 stocks here. So definitely it's another great bet for you to follow too. The price chart is quite similar with that of Teladoc Health, TDOC. So for the 6 stocks here, I mean, everyone know about Tesla, but besides Tesla, I mean, just okay, keep that in mind for Coinbase, DraftKings, and Teladoc Health. Okay, so let's see. DraftKings, that's the chart here. Quite similar, as you can see, it's quite similar with the chart of Teladoc Health, right? It's quite similar. It just had a huge pullback, but the upside, but that's how making it to be the great target for us to buy the dip. Okay, so as I mentioned, the if you just set your downside support, the stop loss at around like 44, the current price is about like 48, 49, and the upside potential by like a lot of the analysts is about like 80. So it's with 8 times of like risk and return potential. It's definitely another great target for us to look at for short-term trading and long-term investment purpose. Okay, so that's about I mean, I also put some like information in the description box, like please check it out when you have time later. So alright guys, I hope today's live stream is also helpful for your trading and investment as well. And time is always limited. It's about the time to say goodbye, and it's about the time for me to party on in office right now. So I always have to start partying Friday morning because I have to take care of my family, my wife, my daughters in the evening. Okay, so some of you may feel me that it's always hard to party with your partner, right? It's always hard to party with your husband. It's always hard to party with your wife after a marriage, right? So but that's just a reality and a fact of life, and we have to be submissive and take it seriously. Okay, don't fight and don't mess up with your wife and husband, boys and girls. So thanks God again, Friday, and I hope you will have a super nice weekend as always. And please leave any of your thoughts and comment down below this video. And I wish you all the best in the weekend. And I will see you in the next one. See you.